Hello again, Reds. Welcome back to our channel. Liverpool fans were left shocked and confused ahead of the Fulham clash when the team news dropped, and Hugo Ekitike's name was nowhere to be seen. Not on the bench, not in the starting 11, completely absent. For a player who has carried Liverpool's attack almost single-handedly in recent weeks, this immediately raised alarm bells. And now, Arne Slot has confirmed the worrying news that every Red was fearing. Hugo Ekitike has picked up a hamstring injury, and his availability for the massive trip to Arsenal is now in serious doubt. This could not have come at a worse time for Liverpool. With Alexander Isak already ruled out for the foreseeable future after suffering a broken leg, the responsibility of leading the line has fallen entirely on Ekitike's shoulders. And to his credit, the young Frenchman stepped up in a big way. Before the Fulham game, Ekitike had played an incredible 517 of Liverpool's last 540 minutes. He was expected to start his 7th game in a row, or at the very least make the bench. Instead, he was left out of the squad completely, sparking immediate speculation. The club initially described his absence as a minor fitness issue, but Arne Slot later confirmed the full story, and it explains everything. Speaking to Sky Sports, Slot revealed that Ekitike's injury is a hamstring problem caused by the sheer amount of minutes he has been forced to play. With Isak sidelined, Liverpool had no real alternative, and Ekitike has been pushed hard in a physically demanding league. Slot explained that the striker's workload has been far heavier than at any point earlier in the season. For a 23-year-old still adapting to the intensity of the Premier League, that load has now taken its toll. The result is a slight hamstring injury that ruled him out against Fulham and now puts his Arsenal appearance in doubt. Slot was honest, and not particularly optimistic. He confirmed that Ekitike will definitely miss the Fulham game, and said the hope is that he could return for Arsenal, but stressed that nothing is guaranteed. In his own words, it is definitely not sure yet. That uncertainty is a huge concern, because Ekitike has been absolutely vital to Liverpool's recent form. Over the last 6 games, he has been directly involved in 6 goals, scoring 5 and providing 1 assist. Overall, he has had a hand in 6 of Liverpool's last 10 goals, underlining just how central he has been to the team. This injury didn't come out of nowhere. There were already fears among fans and analysts that something like this might happen. Ekitike has started 10 of Liverpool's last 13 matches in all competitions and played more than 80 minutes in 5 of the last 6 games. With no natural backup striker available, the physical burden was always going to be risky. Against Fulham, Slot has been forced into a makeshift attacking setup. With no recognized number 9, Liverpool lined up with Dominic Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, and Cody Gakpo as a fluid front 3. While all 3 are talented, none are natural strikers, and it changes the entire dynamic of Liverpool's attack. The bigger worry, though, is what happens if Ekitike is also unavailable for the Arsenal match. A trip to the Emirates is one of the toughest fixtures of the season, and going there without a recognized striker could seriously blunt Liverpool's attacking threat. Slot's comments suggest Liverpool will not take any risks with Ekitike's fitness, and that may be the right long-term decision. Hamstring injuries can easily worsen if rushed, and with Ekitike already showing signs of overload, caution is essential. Still, this is a brutal blow at a critical stage of the season. Liverpool are already dealing with a striker crisis, and losing the one forward who has been consistently delivering goals and performances is the last thing Slot needed. All eyes will now be on the medical updates ahead of Thursday night. Whether Ekitike recovers in time or not could have a massive impact on Liverpool's chances against Arsenal, and possibly on their momentum going forward. One thing is clear: Liverpool are feeling the strain of injuries, and Ekitike's absence is a reminder of just how thin the squad can look when key players go down. We'll be keeping a very close watch on this situation and bringing you the latest updates as they happen. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything. Hello again, Reds. Welcome back to our channel. Liverpool are once again right in the middle of the transfer spotlight, and this time, it's a story that will feel very familiar to many fans. Cast your mind back a few years to the dramatic Moises Caicedo saga, when Liverpool tried to snatch the Brighton midfielder, only for Chelsea to step in with a record-breaking deal. Well, history might just be repeating itself, and Manchester United could be standing in the way again. Liverpool are now being strongly linked with Brighton's powerful young midfielder Carlos Baleba, a player many believe has followed directly in Caicedo's footsteps at the Amex Stadium. Brighton have built a reputation for developing elite midfield talents and selling them for huge profits, and Baleba looks like the next name on that list. According to reports, Baleba could cost as much as €100 million, which is around $117 million. That figure alone shows just how highly Brighton rate the Cameroon international. Liverpool are said to be monitoring the situation closely, but they are far from alone. Manchester United are currently the club most strongly linked with a move, while Bayern Munich and Tottenham are also keeping a close eye on developments. Baleba burst onto the scene during the 2024-25 Premier League season, where his energy, strength, and ability to carry the ball through midfield quickly made him one of the most exciting young players in the league. At just a young age, he was already dominating games against experienced opponents, drawing comparisons to some of the best defensive midfielders in Europe. However, this season has not been as smooth for him. His performances have dipped, and there have been suggestions that disappointment over missing out on a big transfer last summer may have affected his focus. Despite this, Brighton are fully aware of his long-term value and are not expected to sell him during the January transfer window. Any serious move is far more likely to happen in the summer of 2026. Even so, there is a strong feeling that Brighton will struggle to keep Baleba beyond the end of the current campaign. With so many top clubs circling and such huge money involved, it seems only a matter of time before another Brighton midfielder makes a blockbuster move. For Liverpool, the interest makes a lot of sense. Arne Slot's system relies heavily on midfielders who can press, recover the ball quickly, and drive forward with purpose. Baleba fits that profile perfectly. His physicality would add steel to Liverpool's midfield, while his technical ability would allow him to thrive in high-tempo matches, both in the Premier League and in Europe. But Manchester United remain a major threat. The Red Devils have tracked Baleba for some time and were already interested back in 2025. At the time, they chose to focus on strengthening their attack instead, bringing in players like Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo, and Benjamin Sesko. Now that their forward line looks more settled, United may be ready to go all in for a dominant midfield presence, and Baleba could be their top target. While this potential transfer battle is heating up, Liverpool are also working behind the scenes to secure the future of one of their current stars. Ryan Gravenberch has become a key figure under Arne Slot, and the club is keen to reward him for his outstanding performances. Gravenberch joined Liverpool from Bayern Munich in 2023 on a 5-year deal and is now halfway through that contract. Over the last 18 months, he has grown into one of the most consistent and influential players in the squad. His composure on the ball, intelligence in tight spaces, and ability to link defense with attack have made him almost undroppable. Although formal contract talks have not yet begun, Liverpool are eager to open discussions soon. There is a clear desire from the club to tie Gravenberch down to a longer deal on improved terms, ensuring he remains a central part of Slot's long-term project at Anfield. This approach shows Liverpool's clear strategy: strengthen the squad for the future while protecting the core that is already delivering on the pitch. Chasing a talent like Baleba would be a statement of intent, but keeping players like Gravenberch happy and committed is just as important. As the transfer rumors continue to swirl, one thing is clear: Liverpool are planning carefully, thinking long-term, and preparing for major moves both on and off the pitch. Whether the Reds can beat Manchester United to another Brighton gem remains to be seen, but this is definitely a story worth watching closely. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything.